Okay, YouTube friends, it's Monday, and I will start more stuff on the car. First off, did any of you notice that I got a haircut? I thought so. I know some of you would notice that. Anyways, so what I'm going to be doing this week is probably trying to complete the firewall. All this area here, all covered. And I need to make some kind of a removable cover for here so that I can get at adjusting my shocks really easily. So that's what's going to be this week. I might even get around to modifying my overflow tank so that it fits the new tubing size. So we'll see about that. And I don't know, if I run out of those things, I get those completed, maybe I'll start mounting this thing. Although I think I probably should wait till I start putting the wiring harness in for that, because I don't want to position that thing in the wrong place and then not be able to reach it with the wiring harness. So, all right, let's get to her. All right, I already got sidetracked by the dash. I decided to redo it better than it was. So there it is. I got it dimple dyed over here, goes all the way down. You can see my simulated digital dash and my switches and my brake bias, all simulated of course because it's just a Sharpie, guys. Anyways, well, you'll get an idea of what will be there eventually. All right, now I can continue with the firewall. So I spent a great deal of my day just getting panels to line up properly. It involved changing a lot of little mounts around, and it was kind of boring, but I did have to move a lot of stuff to make things line up right. Like this here wasn't lining up very well, so I had to raise this up, and this here had to be moved, and the one on the other side had to be this one here. Like, this is lining up really nice now, but it wasn't before, and I had to raise this mount up. And there was also a gap on this side. I didn't like the gap between this rear fender and the door, so I actually had to move this mount out and down, and it was the thing. It was a whole thing. But anyways, I did get this done now, and that's looking really good. And yeah, it's lots of little trimming and attaching of pieces. So I still have to do a panel behind the seat here, and I have to do that one there. And I'm also frustrated with how hard it was to get all this off, like, because I had to take the whole door off to change that one, and this was not making me very happy how hard it was to take all this off. So I may be changing this here. I've wanted to use these Zeus fasteners or these quarter turn fasteners on everything, but man, they're a huge pain in the neck. So I may go to using just bolts, like M6 bolts to hold stuff on, but anyways, it does look really good. It's just kind of frustrating how hard it was to get there and make it look good. So I don't have the piece of aluminum I need to cover that, so I will not be doing that one today. I'm probably going to be working on this one here that goes behind the driver, and I also need to do some kind of a cover here because this back tire really splashes water in the rain on the driver. So I'd like to get rid of that too. So that is what I am up to today. I'm making some progress. Whoops, got a little, I got some schmutz on my screen. Yeah, so I got this panel made, and I'll be using Zeus fasteners to hold that down. This is most likely going to be hinged to this piece that'll go here. I did not have the aluminum that I needed to make this piece because it was too big for what I had. But this will most likely be hinged, so I can flip that up so I can access my shocks. This side, I made this little panel. I got this whole panel behind there. That's all made. This is all blocked off here. Water used to be able to get in here. It can't anymore, thank goodness. But now that I'm looking at this, I think I'm going to have to change this a little bit because I still need to have a harness guide bar for my seat belts, and they're most likely going to go back here like this. I may have to eliminate this panel altogether now that I look at it, but fortunately that didn't take too long to make, so I'm not too bothered by that. But anyways, you can see all of my firewall. It'll look much better when it's all painted, but it is almost there, and I just have that panel left to do, that engine cover, and yeah, things are looking good. I also had to make a new mount for my overflow tank, my radiator overflow, or surge tank, or not a surge tank, expansion tank. I had to make a new mount for that, but that's on there now. But boy, oh boy, we are very close. This is all very close now to being ready for some paint and for putting on the scales. So yeah, I'm really happy with how this is all going. I may do a little bit of a, I don't know, we're gonna have to see about that, but I know that I still have my radiator to put in here, and to help air come out of here, you see at the real race cars, well, I guess this is a real race car, but they have a little flip-up piece here. It's a little flip-up piece and a little side piece here, and I guess it creates more of a vacuum here that draws air through. I may do that. I'll do some research on it. I don't know if that will be worthwhile to do or not. Yeah, it might not be worthwhile. But anyways, I've only been working on this thing, like the season's only been over since late September, and yeah, I've only been working on this for 6 weeks, and I'm almost at the point where I can put paint on it. So wow, this is all happening very fast. The firewall is done. All that, this is the final piece of the puzzle, and look at this. Look how nice this is, and this flips up so that I can get the stuff down there. Yep, I filled in this little gap here. That's all looking really good. I actually dropped this whole thing, so I was able to get this more flush with the intercooler. So that is, man, when that's painted, that's gonna be awesome. That is really gonna be great. So there we are. All the firewall, everything is all done. And really, all I've got left to do to get the car ready is I gotta put the, let's see, I gotta put the digital dash in, but what I'm getting is it's the Holley 686 digital dash. It's not even been released to the public yet. They're only making it in 4 months from now, but I happen to be friends with the guy who designed it, so I have an in. So I know this gauge is coming, and I know its features, and it's gonna be awesome. But anyways, so I gotta get that dash. I gotta put my wiring harness in. I gotta hook up all my hoses again, coolant hoses and all that stuff. I'm relocating my dipstick. That's all stuff I gotta do in the future. Relocate the dipstick. The oil pan has to come off for that, so I'll have to pull that off and do some welding there. But yeah, that's it. Yeah, we're getting close. And then I have to convince Bridget to repaint the car. I guess that means I have to get another paint booth, temporary paint booth, of course. But anyways, boy oh boy, I'm really happy with how this is looking. I'm gonna be able to put this thing on the scales real soon and see how much weight we drop. Anyways, that's it for this week. I hope you're all entertained by this, and yeah, hopefully we'll have some more interesting stuff to bring you in the future. So happy Thanksgiving to my American friends, and to everybody else, well, have yourself a great weekend, and we'll talk to you later.